Hello everybody, it's JD again. I want to talk to you about experience that you need for the president. Who do we really want? Let's look at McCain's vice president candidate. She's a governor for just 2 short years in Alaska, and she's suing Congress, the federal government. So's the state of Massachusetts. You hear Obama saying, whoa, we want to get energy free. Why are they suing? Massachusetts is suing because the federal government says they can't put up wind generators in Cape Cod on the ocean. I believe Congress is the House and the Senate. I believe both McCain and Obama are senators. Think about that. Massachusetts wants to put wind generators in Cape Cod where there's a constant breeze, where they could be generating electricity, and the Congress said no. That's not land that somebody's living on. That's not some farmland. That's not some place where there's a house that might have to be moved. It's out in the middle of the ocean. And Congress said no, the House and the Senate. Alaska is suing Congress because Alaska can't develop its natural resources. Doesn't the House and the Senate say we want to get independent from foreign? But yet Alaska can't develop its natural resources. They have to sue the government. And I'm sure if you look at a lot of other states, they are in the same situation. And who controls that? Congress, the House and the Senate. They call her, McCain's vice president, a maverick. And I guess that's what you would call me, a maverick. We're different. We believe that our government is to serve the people. Unfortunately, McCain's part of the problem. His vice president would be an outstanding presidential candidate. And they say, oh, experience, experience. Let's see what experience has gotten us. A government that serves political parties. A government that serves special interest groups. A government that does not and will not hear the American people. That cannot hear the American people. Is that the experience you want? They say, oh, the world experience. They're more worried about the world than they are about you and the United States. I have the experience to do the job. And I have the knowledge to know that I need to surround myself with people who are experts in the areas that I am weak. Believe it or not, most Americans with a decent education and a large knowledge of what's going on around the country would be very well qualified to run this country. Most Americans have the intelligence. The difference between most Americans and Congress is that we are not party people. We would serve the American people. We would believe our government is to serve the American people. What we need for a president is not a failing senator. What we need for a president is not a party puppet. Look at Obama. Look what he chose for vice president. A man who can't even keep straight. A man who has been totally a loser for 30 years in the Senate. A man who has nothing to bring to the American people. But he gives Obama that, experience in the Senate, a failed organization that fails to serve the American people. McCain, Obama, and Joe, all are senators, part of the Congress that is failing you, the American people. Is that what you want for a president? Failure? Failure to serve the American people? Is that the experience that you need? Someone who serves their political party? Is that the experience you need? Someone who is their party spokesperson? If McCain wins, then the Republican Party has the president. Nothing gets accomplished. If Obama wins, then the Democrats have the president. For you, nothing gets accomplished. Special interest groups, they don't really care which one wins because they know Congress controls everything. They know that the House and the Senate will listen to them because you will have elected a Democrat or a Republican. And therefore, they don't need to listen to you. Whereas, if you turn everything around and vote in a non-Democrat and a non-Republican, someone who is not part of them, then they will listen. Most of those other candidates on those third party, fourth parties are part of the failing government. And they will only bring into office the same failures that is being brought now. The continuation of our Congress failing to serve the American people. They are worried about, quote unquote, the world, when our own country is failing and falling apart. They're worried about how to experience and handle the world international crisis when we have a crisis in this country that's far superior to anything else. So you have to make a decision. Do you want to continue the trend of the world and send in somebody who represents and will only perform what their party wants? Or do you want something different? Someone who's going to serve you and bring you to the White House. And that's my pledge. I will be different because I'm bringing you, the American people, to the White House. Remember, I'm a write-in. That makes it a lot more difficult, and you have to write my name in. This is JD. Have a nice day.